You are the 2024 Sports Kid of the Year.
Oh my God. That's insane. My name is Arden. I'm 15 years old and I'm from San Diego, California. SportsKids was founded around 3 years ago. I was actually doing a book reading here at Perkins Elementary, the place we're at right now. And after I finished the book reading, the principal was walking me out. And he happened to mention to me that the school had to unfortunately let go of their athletics coach because of budget cuts. And during that same time, I was really getting into basketball. And basketball really impacted my life. I became more confident in myself, more active, more mentally healthy. And having the feeling that these kids at this school wouldn't have the same opportunity to fall in love with sports the same way I did really pulled on my heartstrings. So I decided to become a volunteer coach. And I came to the school every Wednesday for around an hour and a half, and I coached between 6 to 8 kids. And I had no intention of turning that into a nonprofit. But after the school year had ended and the kids were asking me when the next sports clinic is gonna be, is this gonna happen again? And they were super excited about it. I decided to do some more research, and now knowing that there's more than 45 schools in San Diego that have a huge majority of low-income homeless population, I decided to create Sports for Kids. Our mission is to allow youth volunteers to better the lives of the low-income and homeless through athletics and community engagement. We have 2 programs here today. We have the Bond and Play program, which consists of coaches and youth volunteers going to low-income schools and teaching kids how to play sports like basketball and soccer. And our second program, we host events every year where we bring in more than hundreds of volunteers to pack bags, assemble hygiene kits for a lot of the low-income and homeless people in San Diego. Second Chance is a documentary that I made around 5 years ago during the pandemic. The reason why I created it was because there was really no other opportunity for me to volunteer during the pandemic. I mean, there was quarantine. A lot of the shelters were closed to volunteers because they didn't want to spread the pandemic among the shelter inhabitants, which understandably so. So I saw a problem, and the problem was that people were just unaware of how big the problem of homelessness is in San Diego and how it's so easy to solve that everyone really just contributed a small amount to it. And that's why I decided to create a Second Chance, a 10-minute documentary kind of informing people about how this problem originated, what is like today, the progress it has had over the years, and really how you can help and solve this problem today, tomorrow. And it really is as easy as talking to some people experiencing homelessness like they're a normal person. A lot of the people who had experienced homelessness I interviewed in the documentary told me about that they felt invisible on the streets, that they weren't a part of society anymore just because of their lack of housing, and it really got to them. They feel so neglected. They feel like they're separated from society. They're just this lower human being, and I just want to enunciate that so that problem can be solved. Fortunately, after the documentary was released, it won a lot of awards, which I'm so happy about because that means it's working and people are noticing the problem and people are watching it and they're being educated about how big this problem in San Diego is. So I envision Sports for Kids in 5 years becoming an organization that hosts sports clinics, not just in San Diego, not just in California, but hopefully around the entire nation. For a lot of elementary schools, they don't have a structured athletics program. What the schools usually do is they just throw out the kids onto the field and let them play around for 40 minutes, which is great. It keeps the kids active, but it doesn't teach them these life skills. So prioritizing expanding our sports clinics to schools all around the nation that their students unfortunately experience homelessness and low income would be probably one of our top priorities into kind of solving this epidemic. If you're a high schooler and if you're someone with a dream and you're young, you might face some backlash because people are going to be saying that, oh, you're too young for the job, you're just a kid, you don't have the passion, you're doing it for college apps. That happens a lot, but just remember that there's places like Sports Illustrated that really allow the youth to shine, which I'm just internally grateful for. So keep that idea going, don't give up, and just use the resources around you to really make your idea a reality.